So what you can see there is make a perception check.
Yeah, for him, I guess.
Yep.
Four.
You see a staircase sort of running up. It looks like it might be an outpost.
All right, yeah, I'll just have him kind of stay there and kind of give him a little mental command to send me a mental zing if he sees movement on these stairs.
Okay. No problems. Yes, actually that is something that you would have spotted when you were up top. As you flapped around the roof, you would have seen like an outpost, a watchtower on this corner.
Watchtower.
But it is not number 417. But yes, you would have seen
area watchtower.
Yeah. Sorry, say again, Ice.
Was there anyone up the top?
No.
Like in the no? Okay.
When you did the flap around, you didn't see anyone.
So that must be these two
sweet.
guys that are on that duty.
Yeah, and they got drunk.
Yeah, well, yeah. But yeah, where are we on the gang bashing?
Belchbag kind of says to her around.
Giants, very big, very hardy, lots of life. I don't know if we can kill them before they raise the alarm. Unless we have a
What
way
are
to
the like?
silence
Do we
them.
get like advantage and auto crits or whatever because they're like literally unable to protect themselves, sort of thing? Like, what's the go on attacking a sleeping opponent?
Yeah, they'll be unconscious at this point. Like they aren't actively trying to dodge, so you will hit automatically.
Yeah, but like, is it like paralyzed where you get like an auto crit or?
I don't actually know.
Yeah, an unconscious creature is incapacitated, which means they can't take actions or actions can't move, or Swegon is unaware. Drops whatever it's holding and falls prone. Automatically fails. Strength and dex saves. Attack rolls have advantage. Any attack that hits is a critical hit if the attack was within 5
So you got
feet of
advantage and auto critage.
We could definitely probably kill one of them instantly, and if he doesn't wake up and we keep the stealth rolls, then we can just walk over and stomp the other dude's head too. Theoretically, if everything goes to plan.
Might make negotiations tricky. Murder does that.
I'm not here to negotiate.
I wasn't really pinning my hopes on negotiate. I mean, if you really want, we can kill them and then drag them outside or something. I mean, I suppose that'd be really hard, but we could do that and then hide them so that it's like it never happened.
Just thinking out loud. Well, no, we could probably try and kill them.
Well, I mean, should we just, vote or
As soon as Sugo hears him say that, he just jumps and goes to crack the one down on the head.
Aren't you still holding me?
No,
I'm kind of
I whispered to you and put you down.
Oh, I thought
It was just for talking purposes.
No, just to talk to you that one time.
Okay,
Alright.
so which one did Sugo start moving towards?
This one down here.
Yep.
Alrighty, I'm gonna move down there too.
Yeah, so if you're all making an attack, just make it in order, whatever you're doing.
Yep.
And let me know what you're doing.
I'm going to 3 Eldritch Blasts once someone attacks him.
Okay.
So I'm just jumping and cracking him over the head with my great axe.
All right. So 2 attacks.
I don't know why it rolled.
So why don't we do this? Because so you do initiative and then we all kind of go in order, but the giant doesn't get a go.
Correcto.
So do you want us to roll initiative?
We'll roll initiative, yeah.
So they're roll initiative.
Because that's how it's meant. Like you establish initiative, and then they just don't get.
Yeah, they're first for the surprise.
Yeah,
okay.
that whole.
Why is it doing this?
No.
What the hell?
Why are you like this?
Against your initiative, it says 2.15.
I know.
Why? Why you do
I
this?
don't know.
Okay, so Sugo is hitting first. Let's pull up turn order.
Which makes sense since he jumped at him.
It certainly does. Why has it not added the rest of you? Have you rolled as yourself?
Oh,
I did. Yeah, you got to have that token selected.
Mm-hmm.
And can you manually add things to initiative tie?
Yes.
Because the homunculus takes its turn immediately after me. Like that, we share the same initiative count, but it just goes immediately after me.
Okay.
So it's initiative count 20.
Yep.
And I
It just goes
rolled
immediately after me.
again, but just put in my first values.
Which were 6.
6 and 6 for me and Zulu.
Cool. Yeah, that's in there. All right, so Sugo first, then Belchbag and his homunculus, then Vradoth and his imp, and then Aurelian. All right. So, Sugo first. You are attacking with your great axe. All right, so you sort of just like step up, raise your great axe. The target's not moving. He's just sort of snuffling away, snoring quite loudly. And you whack straight down onto his massive rotund belly. Where's your damage? There. 7.
It was a
7?
I rolled a 7 for damage
20.
before.
So it was a 20 to hit, but
Yeah,
it'll be
yeah.
an automatic crit, and barbarians get brutal
Yeah,
critical, so you'll
super
do
extra
an
hit.
absolute butt ton of damage.
Oh, are we doing the cards?
I didn't finish them.
Oh, so it's an automatic crit.
It is an automatic
It's an
crit
automatic
because
crit.
the target is not doing anything.
Plus
just-
that extra damage for
So add-
being a giant.
Just tell me the total.
That is 22.
Yeah.
Then
All
plus
right.
the crit damage.
So a
Plus what?
massive. Yeah, have you got brutal critical?
Yeah, you've got brutal critical, dude. So you've got a class ability that gives you many extra damage when you crit. If you,
It
if you
should
look-
be in your features and
Where is
traits.
it?
Yeah,
thing
look-
on
look-
your
I'm
D&D
looking
credits.
for it. Hold up.
brutal critical.
Yeah.
So you can roll one additional
So
weapon
many.
damage dice when determining the extra damage.
Okay.
So basically, your crits are 1d12, 2d12 for the crit, 3d12 for the brutal critical, plus whatever the giant slayer, plus then the giant slayer again. So
That's
3d12
insane.
plus a lot.
So 45?
On the first hit?
Yeah. No, in total, yeah, on the first hit.
So hold on, it was 7. So that's your 7 is a d12 plus 5,
Mm-hmm.
and then it's added the plus 5 again on each additional d12, which is not correct. So 7 plus 6. What's the 2d6
Yeah,
for?
so it's
That's
3d12.
because I'll just link it.
Okay,
No,
yep,
2d6
cool.
every time you hit a giant. Awesome.
Very nice.
Yeah,
And
so it's
make-
3d12 plus 4d6 is what you're rolling for your crit. Plus, did you
So
rage
that's
before
6
you?
and 4.
I didn't know.
You did not.
No.
So that's
Yeah, so
10.
3d6 plus 3d12
plus-
plus 4d6 plus 4.
Stop saying numbers.
Sorry.
So 10 from the 4d6s. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. We've got a 9, a 6, and a 7 from the rest. 9, 6,
So that's 22.
32.
From those, I mean, from like just the normal attacks.
Yes. Yeah, so 32 in total.
Yeah.
Any other effect?
No, that's it.
Must succeed on a strength save or fall
Oh,
prone.
yeah.
Already
He's
prone.
He's
He's already
prone.
asleep, so it doesn't really.
He's already prone.
Yeah.
Yeah. All
But
right.
that is awesome.
Big
Yeah.
slash. All right. Who's up next? Belchbag.
Belchbag. So Belchbag pulls out a little like a little looks like a fish and chip wrapped like paper
Oh no.
box sort of thing, and goes and like unwraps it, and
So
all
creepy.
of these little mechanical, they look like fireflies, just like a little swarm of mechanical fireflies fly over and start burning the giant. So I'll cast Firebolt.
Alrighty.
Does a 25 hit?
Certainly does.
So that's
As you can see, he's literally got a loincloth on.
yeah, that's 3d10 plus a d8.
19.
And then one of the many weird mechanical things that you've seen kind of crawling around on him is looks like a tarantula. And so that kind of crawls up onto the side of his face, and its abdomen kind of arcs over, and you notice it's got almost like a scorpion tail kind of thing that starts glowing, and this big bolt comes out of it. It's
Ooh. Well, it was a crit anyway.
Double crit? What is going on here?
It was a crit anyway, man.
And then only if it's within 5 feet. So
No,
it's a crit.
but because he's unconscious.
It's unconscious. Any attack that hits the creature is a critical hit if the attack is within 5 feet.
Oh,
of the
so
creature.
not for range
But
stuff.
But I'm 10 foot away, and if I was within 5 feet, I'd have disadvantage because range.
Truth.
Yeah, yeah.
Gotcha. But crit anyway.
So you
Yeah,
didn't-
but it's a crit anyway.
You crit anyway. Wow, okay, that's good.
So
Mhm, mhm.
that is 18.
3d8 plus
Force.
3d8. Nice. So 18 force damage. So you guys all just line him up and unleash hell. Belchbag, that is at the end of your turn.
Yes, that's action and bonus action.
Then Hamunk, which is next to Vradoth.
It just dodges. The only thing it does on its turn is dodge, unless I take an action to. Oh, so it
make
can
it do
move.
stuff.
So actually, it'll fly over.
Nice.
Actually,
They
no,
can hang out together.
it'll fly over into the corner, so it's
Okay.
not near the stairway. If things come down the stairway,
Yep.
you can just fly over and perch up in the corner of the roof, and he takes the dodge action.
Okay, Vradoth.
Okay, so Vradoth kind of holds force this like scepter that he's holding, and it kind of, I don't know how to describe it except like the tower in Lord of the Rings. It's like it's
Mhm.
just this black rod with like a floating eye at the crest of it, and he just like holds that forth, and 3 Eldritch blasts just fly out of it, out of the eyeball at the top. Cool. So 3 hit, I'm guessing.
3 hit. Roll that damage. 4. Big rolls.
Yeah. So what's it, like 33?
Well,
33
Yeah,
force
does magic crit? What's the thing with that?
no, only if you're
So
within.
I'm- yeah.
If it was
also
in
not within
melee-
5 feet.
Yeah, so if we were using like shock and grasp or something, then that and it hit, it would, but range no. But yeah, magic crits. It's just if it's an attack roll, it
Yeah, a
can
melee
crit.
attack roll.
Yep. I'm with you now.
Cool. All right, so you sink these into his blubbering flesh, and he's sort of like rousing out of his slumber and beginning to open his mouth to howl in pain. But Aurelian, oh no, wait, yeah, imp. Sorry.
He is
Zulu?
just going to kind of sit there, invisible, maintaining watch, keeping any movement.
Okay.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Now it's Aurelian.
Yeah. I'm gonna guiding bolt him.
Okay. So 11 does not hit.
Yep. Sorry. No. Never mind. Disregard that one. Second one.
Okay. Yeah, so as the rest have sort of started pummeling into him, his form's beginning to move a bit, and your lined up shot just dashes against the wall next to his giant head.
Actually, wait 1 second. Sorry, Tom, I'm just looking something up.
Yeah.
Uh,
Aurelian, your rolls have been either really high or really low.
no, okay. So it's only ability checks or saving throws. Never mind.
Okay. All right. Guiding bolt is a miss. Okay, so we're back to the top. Surprise round. She is over. Let me roll.
Add those bad boys in.
Yep. All right, so. The boys. Cool beans. Back to the top. He's come alert, and he's, very confused because he's just had the snot knocked out of him, much to Belchbag's delight. And Sugo, you have enough time to line him up again since you opened this fusillade of
Very
attacks.
nice. So Sugo's gonna grab his great axe and just go right for the neck with his strike.
Okay. So sort of.
Yeah.
Yep, that'll hit.
Whoa.
What's the second roll for? Oh, the D6.
That's
Yep.
That's
Yeah.
the 2d6 off the giant
Cool
slayer.
beans.
You're gonna be, every single attack is gonna have that.
You
Why is it not rolling in one thing? Like,
Because it's two separate things.
No
Because
idea.
I have to click that it's
Because
hitting
they're
a
not
giant.
always giants. Yeah.
oh,
true.
okay,
That's
yeah.
only
that's
if
the
it's
point.
hitting a giant.
All right, so as he begins to sort of open his mouth to shout out in pain and surprise, you just and smash your axe straight through his neck into the wall, like it embeds into the wood behind him,
Oh, nice.
and his giant head just sort of like, and then blood just starts, and it's this sort of putrid black blood begins to spurt out. Could I get you all to make a stealth roll?
God damn it! You gotta stop with these stealth rolls. I roll with disadvantage
Well,
Well, I mean, you got the
Wait,
plus
why do you
10.
roll with disadvantage?
because of my armor.
What armor have you
That's
got on?
still a 13.
What
That's
armor?
a nat one anyway.
What armor do you have on?
metal.
A barbarian.
A half plate, I think.
Why do you have half plate on?
It's had the best AC.
But you get good AC as a barbarian
Like,
naked.
unarmored.
Either way, he's got armor on. Let's
Yeah,
keep it
fair.
going. So, Sugo sort of lets out a little in the joy of killing him, and the giant against the far wall, the imp Zulu, would see his eyes sort of open up, and he is awake. Would you like to do any movement or bonus action?
Yeah, you can go and attack him again, Sugo. You get
With
2
the
attacks.
Well,
action.
they're 10-foot squares, so we can't get over there.
Oh.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
true.
Yeah,
yeah.
welcome to
Hang on,
hell.
one, two-
Wait.
one,
Shoot
two,
the man
three.
who
movement.
broke
I have
this in
40
10
movement.
feet squares.
Yeah, and 1, 2, 3.
Four will get me here.
Yeah, 1, 2. Yeah, you can. You should. be
Yeah,
able
you
to
can
go
reach
over
him.
Yeah.
If you would like to use your move, go for it.
Yes, sir.
All right, so no bonus. Belchbag, you're up.
there. Yeah. So I'm going to firebolt. So I'll just stay there. I'm
Okay.
gonna firebolt him as well. So it's the same little. He kind of reaches into another, just somewhere deep within the depths of the trash pile. And this time he pulls out a little. It looks kind of like, well, it looks like a wasp's nest, and then you go, oh, that's because it's a wasp's nest, and he like chucks it, and all these little mechanical wasps come kind of blazing out of it with like shining kind of fiery red, and swarm around him and do a similar sort of thing.
Alrighty. That'll hit.
Very nice.
And
20.
then a D8.
Yowza.
22.
22. So these blazing little wasps start stinging into him, and he's still on the ground. But
Yeah,
yes.
and then as a bonus action, I'm gonna command. I think I just do it telepathically. I think I have to say it. Command Bat Damon to fly inside the giant's mouth and shut him up before he can yell for help.
Ooh.
How far can it fly?
Well, it'll do it on its turn.
Okay, so that's the end of your.
Oh yeah, so I'm gonna command it to. So I'm just reading the thing.
Yep.
In combat, it does it. It can move and use its reaction on its own, but the only action it takes on its turn is the dodge action, unless you take a bonus action on your turn to command it to take the action in its stat block or another. Yeah, so I'm going to command it to take the dash action because he's got a 30-foot, so then he can make it there. Because 10, 20, 30, 40. So if I command him to dash,
Okay.
he can make it. So yeah, that's
20,
and then that's
30,
a bonus
40.
action. Cool, and then yeah, on
Wait, so with dash it moves
that's my
how
turn.
far? 60.
Well, dash doubles it, so yeah, then it gets a fly
Okay.
speed of 60. So my turn was action, and I'll move 10 foot that way, and then bonus action to tell him to go,
Mhm.
and that's my turn over.
Cool.
And now it's
His
Bat
go.
Damon's
Yep.
turn, who immediately flies over, and as he opens his mouth to yell, flies into his mouth. and
Okay.
start kind of trying to crawl down his throat, or,
So
like, into his throat,
That is
into his,
horrible.
into his gullet.
make a dexterity throw with Bat Damon's stats.
A dexterity saving throw.
No, just a dexterity like roll.
Saving throw or ability check?
Ability check.
An ability check.
Yep.
Okay.
Because it's trying to fly into a fairly small. Actually,
yeah.
it's a big giant, but how big's your bat?
Tiny. It's like
Bat size.
Normal bat.
yeah, a bat. So I don't
Okay.
know, 10 centimeters across.
Yep.
Like, tiny.
Okay,
That's
good.
what I was
Right.
imagining. It's like I was imagining it's trying to put a, very small ball through a very
A
large.
hot dog down a hallway, kind
Yeah.
of.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, make that roll.
Isn't it coming at? Oh, no, is it? not
Nope,
coming?
I don't see it.
Oh, there we go. Ew.
Ew.
Oh.
So it begins flapping into his face, and the wings are sort of like smacking into his face. It's trying to go into his mouth, and he's like jerking his head away from it. And I would say he does not flap into his mouth, but he certainly tried. All
Yeah,
right.
That's probably it then.
Okay. So it is his turn. He is a little bit scorched, but not too worse for wear. And he's looked over and seen you guys absolutely decapitate his watchmate. And he sort of stands up and goes, "Quickly, Bogo!" And I will be adding to the initiative roll. So that's
How
just
about we just run back into the woods and come back 6 hours from now? Because I don't want to fight 50 fucking giants or whatever is coming.
So, you see a figure stand up. Why? Oh, I'm on the wrong layer. Yep. Add a turn.
He was right there.
So tucked into sort of beneath this in the stairwell, I guess. Asleep on the ground. The imp Zulu missed it because he was, flat on the floor and hidden a little bit by the stairs themselves. He did roll a 4, so but he sort of and stands up, stretching his full height, and he will be in the initiative order. Now his hill giant action will be to stand up, and he's gonna try and he'll make an attack at like a swatting sort of attack, so unarmed against the bat that's trying to fly into his mouth. A natural one.
Oh, wow.
So he's just woken up from a nap and he's trying to smack this little flapping thing, and he's going just like flying around his face, and he's trying not to punch himself.
Get him, Bat Damon, get him.
So he's fairly well harried. He will he'll try and hit it again as his other attack.
Oh,
Somebody's up with fucking roll 20 today.
What is going on? So sorry. What's Bat Damon's AC?
13.
Okay, so the first would not have hit, but finally he sort of rears his head back and then snaps his teeth onto Bat Damon. So a makeshift sort of attack.
Isn't it just 1 for an unarmed strike? 1
Yeah.
plus
plus
strength.
strength.
Plus
Yeah.
strength. So it'll be
He might be okay.
it will be 7 bludgeoning damage
She's alive.
as he just hung, and I would say the bat is grappled
Good.
inside of
that-
his mouth.
That sounds like mission accomplished. Is what that sounds like.
So you can see Ozzy Osbourne all over again. The wings are flapping out of his mouth. And that will be the end of his turn. The other hill giant. Yeah, what's the? So he runs out from the stairwell, clutching his great club, but also clutching something small. It's what, 70 feet away? Okay, yep, that's fine. Sorry, just reading range. And he is going to throw at the giant that's against him. He's going to throw something. Where's my 20s? So that is a 15. Does a 15 hit you, Mr. Giant Man? Sugo?
It does not.
Nice.
Yeah, my AC is 19.
Very nice. So from the other side of the room, you hear him go, "Hoo!" And then a giant rock just smashes against your armor plate, leaves a little ding, but hits with a fair bit of force. And that got multi-attack, but I don't think they can throw multiple rock. So that will be his turn.
It'll say, as part of the multi-attack, it'll say like multi-attack makes, one bite and 2 claw, or whatever.
All right, Radoth, you are up.
All right, so I'm gonna step up here and kind of hold.
Step into view.
Holds his scepter aloft and calls out, "Vlakith blesses me this day." And everyone sees as like his flesh on his face starts to like peel away, revealing just this white skull underneath.
Yeah.
Oh, you don't look so good.
So I'm using my form of dread. So I manifest into an aspect of death.
That's awesome.
So I get some temp HP.
All right.
I get 3.
Oh.
Imagine. Yeah, I mean, it
so
wouldn't
that's
be.
plus 11. So because it's plus level.
So 14.
14. And then I'm going to. So that's a bonus action to do that.
Okay. Add
Now I'm gonna
the
shoot.
health to you.
Yep. And I'm just going to shoot 2 blasts at the guy down the hall,
Okay.
and then 1 at this guy.
Okay. Can you can split target with range stuff, right?
With Eldritch,
With Eldritch Blast, yeah, you can.
Oh,
pick
okay,
one
with
for
Eldritch.
each thing.
part of what makes
It'll
it
say,
best.
Go for it.
it'll say specifically on the spell.
So the first 2 against the guy by the stairs.
Yep.
And then the last one against the other guy.
Yep. So all hit. Roll that damage.
Okay.
Nice.
Yep.
So first 2 against the far guy.
And then for each hit, so the guy by the stairs needs to make a Wisdom saving throw, and the guy the guy by the stairs needs to make 2 Wisdom saves.
Yep.
If he succeeds the first, and the guy needs to make 1.
Okay, so that's a fail.
Okay.
On
so
the first.
he's now frightened of me because he sees my bare skull just staring him down.
Yeah, so he sort of comes around, piffs a rock, and then you step into view this horrible spectre-looking thing from beyond the grave, and his tiny little brain just goes, "Ugh!" So I don't need to make the second save, I'd assume.
No.
So
Already
then
frightened.
close
And then the other
guy.
It's DC 17.
Well, that is a fail.
Okay, so they're both frightened until the end of my next turn.
Until the end of
Unless-
your next turn. Okay,
Unless I hit them with another ability and they fail again.
no worries. All right, so frightened and frightened. Gotcha. Zulu.
He is. He's going to just kind of fly back into this corner a little bit. That's all he can reach with 40 feet fly.
Okay. All good. So he flaps into the corner. Invisibly still.
Yep.
Aurelian, you are up.
Yeah, just gonna move to there and then produce flame and throw it at the dude near the little mechanical bat.
Okay. Yep. The one that's got a bat in his mouth.
Yeah.
The one that's trying to eat the bat.
Exactly. Another 3. That does not hit.
Oh, but good damage that could have been.
Damn.
Yeah. Yep.
Bugger.
That's my turn. That's it.
Alrighty. Sugo, you are up.
Sugo smash. I'll just go to hack this dude's head off as well.
Go for it. That is a hit. 13 slashing, 20 total. So your giant axe sort of throbs in your hands as he smash it into his massive blubbering form, and yeah, it leaves quite a large gash in his stomach. And any bonus movement?
You get 2 attacks as an action.
Oh yeah, true.
Yeah.
Just
Just
Yeah.
casually halving your own DPS.
Yeah.
Yep. That is another hit.
yeah, I was like, you don't have to, I suppose, if you have a reason not to.
So 25. So 2 massive hacks. He's looking fairly bloodied, and you've slashed these gouges open in his stomach, and you can start to see part of his entrails like slipping out a little bit.
Very nice.
Good stuff.
All right, that will be the end of your turn. By the way, Vradoth, do you constantly have this visage on? Or
Yes,
is it-
it lasts 1 minute.
Okay,
I'll put the thing in roll 20. Sorry.
cool. Yeah, so you were still, by appearance, you have a skull sort of looking face.
Yeah. So it says like you become an aspect of your dread, and so
Okay.
my patron is the Lich Queen.
Okay.
So it's kind of like I added my own flair that my flesh kind of peels back and reveals my skull for that minute
Okay,
because
no worries.
it's meant to fear them.
Yeah,
Yep.
That's sick. I see. Like before you said that you were going to be a warlock, I was very seriously considering the undead patron warlock because it's so
really
cool. It's so
Very
cool.
Belchbag, it is your turn.
Belch bag.
That's his bonus action to chitter.
To cackle unsettlingly.
You can see the entrails spilling out, and you're like,
Hey, are you gonna finish that?
stay away, Johnny man.
Yeah, so he reaches into his robes and this time pulls out a little vial of napalm, basically, and pips it. Pulls out. It's like looks like a kind of like a jam jar.
Yo,
A couple of like chinks and stuff in it. And you're like, oh, and then he opens, like he unscrews the lid. And
Takes
you're
a
like, oh,
whiff.
Shit, that's napalm. And he firebolt.
love it. I love the flavor. Makes it so much better.
Well, it's so cool because
Yep,
it's
that's a hit.
like you cast it with artisans tools.
Yeah.
Like that's the spellcasting like spellcasting
Yes.
focus.
What you use.
So 20 fire damage.
All right. So you shatter this glass on his form. It's quite a big target, and it just and begins to sear away at his flesh. Some going inside the open gut wound that he has.
How's that one looking?
He's starting to howl in pain. He's looking rough. He's
Can
looking.
he howl? How can he howl? Because he's got a bat in his mouth.
Exactly.
Is he just sort of is he sort of he's coughing in pain?
Well, his teeth are clenched on the bat.
Oh, so he's
He's
like
sort of
yeah. He's biting
flailing
the
around a
strap.
bit, trying to wipe all this stuff off. His fingers
Biting
get
the leather
looped in his
strap, or, like,
intestines a
bite
little
the-
bit.
Yeah, like bite the pencil, except it's a bat.
Yep.
And then
Bat's
yeah.
turn.
No, bonus action to
yep.
fire the Eldritch Cannon. The little tarantula crawls around to the other side of my face.
Okay, so
Like,
do I need
he
to
crawls
drag?
up on top of my head.
Do you need me to drag a token for it?
Nah, it has a move speed of 20 feet, or you can like hold it / it can sit on your shoulder or whatever. So like at some point
Okay,
it
so we're
might
assuming it's
crawl
on
off
you.
and go do its own thing, but just for the moment.
Okay. So on
That is
top of
30
his
hit.
bald pate, this tiny little spider. And yes, that does hit. Very nice.
It's just like it's looks like the funny thing, like the spider just looks like utter garbage. It's made out of like buttons and like bottle caps and like some like old like twine and duct tape and stuff. But then this bolt of literally like pure arcane force, it's like massive eldritch spear just comes flying out of it.
So how? I mean, you finish him off. However, the bat is currently in his mouth.
The bolt through his heart.
Okay. So you would like to?
So it doesn't kill. So it doesn't. I don't
Yeah.
blow up Bat Damon.
Okay. So you shoot this brilliant spear of light straight through him, and it sort of scorches the timber behind, just leaves a small black mark, and his jaw goes lax and drops the bat to the floor, and he slumps over dead. And it's no small thump as he falls to the ground. He sort of knocks the barrel next to him, knocks it flat, and yeah, he is still.
Oh, that's so I'll move. They're 10-foot squares, aren't they?
Yes.
I'll move up here, sort of next to standing over Bat Damon.
Yep.
So that I've got.
Technically,
Oh,
Bat
actually,
Damon
no,
would be in
behind-
that square.
I'll go line of sight. So I'll go behind.
Okay.
Yeah, so to there. Yep. So that's fine.
So Bat Damon
And,
is in that square.
that's-
Drop
Yeah,
to
and
the
I've
floor.
just moved up to here. That's my action. So Bat Damon.
Takes the
and
dodge
he's just gonna-
action.
Yeah, so he'll go 10, 20, 30, and dodge.
Okay. No worries. So he sort of, one of his wings looks a little bit busted and munged on, but he flaps back up into the air and tries to get out of the way a bit. Now, that hill giant be dead.
Oh yeah.
This hill giant, however, is feared.
Yep.
So he must use his full turn to.
No, so it's not that kind of fear. It's
Not
just
turned.
He can't willingly move closer to me, and he gets disadvantage on ability checks and attack rolls
Okay.
while I'm in
Yeah.
line of sight.
Turned and frightened are two different. Turned is like super frightened.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so he can stay there. He just can't move closer.
Yeah, so he's got another rock or something.
So he is going to use his turn to run. He just saw the guards at the front get absolutely obliterated. Well, he saw one of them get obliterated, and seeing your spectral, evil-looking face, he sort of busts through the door here and disappears out of sight. What was that?
Do we run and hide?